Hello, Anti, with an interesting run for you. But first I have to say that this run was played on the experimental branch. You can join Tales and Tactics Discord server and experimental chat to see how to get there. And let's begin. I have Vault of the Mimic and Meat is Banned, which is not that good because Chester really likes meat items since his skill heals percentage of his max health. But nevertheless, it's a very strong unit, even without meat. So I'll be, I will be investing in the vault. Mastercraft or lightweight materials? I would prefer lightweight materials since Mastercraft is kinda random, and if I get something like Meat Master while meat is banned, it wouldn't be good. So while fourth item slot is always nice. So going for common duplicator. There was a merit to go for additional star points since I want to invest in Chester Vault, but decided to go for contract anyways. But it's pivot potential, very good, and also got Willow, which is the one of the very strong units when you itemize it correctly. First of all, Willow's skill is one of the strongest skills in the entire game. The only unit who has skill that can deal more damage than Willow's is Tidus with Elemental 2 active, but it's much harder to get it than Willow, because Willow's skill doesn't really care about the traits. Well, obviously, Defiler and Blood would be nice, but it's not that necessary. And also, Willow is very good against Xanthos, since its skill is AoE, and Xanatos has a lot of zombies, so it's nice. Got stuff, which is pretty good. Make Chester Trifolk for the HP. There was a merit to go for Blood, maybe, but with Thet, you will have only 2 units on the board, which doesn't feel that good. But given the fact that my 2 units would be Chester and Willow, I think it was a decent option nonetheless. But I went for 3 folks because of HP. Getting Maiden of the Mire for 3 folk Defiler, very good. And decided to go for tank with meat, because meat is banned, but you can get meat from events. and the passive health regen energizes with the skill that Tank Slogurk has. Gave the Sealed Scroll for Willow for additional mana and spell power. Don't want Devil Deal since I don't really have I don't really need that much star points right now, since my Willow is rare unit, Slogurk is uncommon unit, all my star points will go for Chester Vault, and I don't need any more right now, really. And so I would like to save my Pale Hearts in case I lose to Xanatos. Going for piece of Summoner Stone in order to have more chances to get my Willow to higher tier. Buckler and Enchants. Buckler for the stability ward on Willow. It's probably a must-have item, since Willow is a melee caster, so she doesn't have that much armor. And stability ward will increase survivability drastically, because if you can't one-shot Willow, she will heal back almost all the damage. Using Mana Potion this fight in order to make sure that I don't lose Pale Hearts. Unlucky that Willow's cast was interrupted twice, but it doesn't matter at the end. Defiler Mark. Don't mind if I do. Sadly, I can't activate the second stage right now since I have only 3 units, but it will be helpful in the future. And Lealtas or Gera. Obviously, Lealtas additional XP would be nice, but Gera has Manaburner, and Manaburner plus Willow is one of the best combos that you can get with Manaburner. Like, Manaburner makes your unit lose HP for mana, and so naturally you want Manaburner on the unit which skill heals him, so it's good on healers, but Willow also heals herself, and a lot of mana regen is very good on her. Also, Helm of Hatred on Willow is very nice, since she will just heal all the health she lost from Helm of Hatred, and 7 seconds of invulnerability is always nice. Another thing with Manaburner is that combined with Sealed Scroll, it gives exactly 30 mana regen, and Willow's skill has a cost of 100 mana. 10 mana she gets after casting from Sealed Scroll, and 30 mana regen makes with this 10 mana makes her cast every 3 seconds, and her skill casts 2 seconds, has a 2.5 second cast time, And another important thing that her skill doesn't mana lock her. So when she is casting her skill, she still gets mana. So as you could see in this fight, she was casting all the time. She casts, and while she is in the animation of her cast, she gets almost all mana back. So when I give her stability ward, she will be unbeatable. Decided to go for banal caverns for the gargoyle gems. Hopefully I can get the increased healing. I would gladly put it on the Chester. Since Willow doesn't really need any more healing. Well, if I had item slots, I would probably give it to Willow, but there's not enough. Like, I want survivability that stability ward can provide. Lost this fight, unfortunately, even with Defiler 2 active, but it's okay. Another item slot. Very, very good. Now that I'm editing this video, I think I should have went for the Golden Desert, for the Moon Blessing. Since I have piece of Summoning Shard, I will probably have my Willow tier 4, and even if I don't, I can always just make tier 5 Chester. So the act choice was a mistake. Also, CC20 would be nice on Willow, but I don't have it yet. Unfortunate two losses in the first two fights of the second act, but that is the reason why we saved our Pale Hearts. Exactly for this reason. Got Tourmaline, which deals damage to units who attack the wearer, increased when taunted, and since I don't have Pauldron of Milo on Chester yet, it will be better on the Slogurk, since he taunts the enemy. Blood Boost is interesting since it allows me to get blood unit faster, but it's not that strong because of the fact that if you have less blood units on the board, then you get less value from the effect, so it's not that good. Additional star points, don't really care about them, so decided to go for a little bit more damage that Trifolk thingy provides. Another buckler, plus ring for the stability ward. Now I want to replace the summoning shard with Sai, ideally, I think. So going for another buckler, and I get offered tier 2 Willow for the Devil Deal, which is very lucky, and I might lose this fight, but hopefully if I win this fight, then I would be much stronger, since I would get tier 3 Willow quite soon. Used common duplicator just to get one more star point. Which is not the best use of it, but I don't have any common units on the field, and I don't plan to get them anytime soon. Using Lucky Clovers to get star points, since I don't really care about saving them. Got Noctus to tier 2, which allows me to get Contract and Rare Duplicator, and Rare Duplicator on using on Willow to get it to tier 2, in order to make sure that I win this fight. And here you can see the bug with Willow's skill, that explosion comes from her target and not herself, but it's a known bug, so hopefully it will be fixed soon. Tombstone is okay, Forbidden Knowledge is fine, Summoning Stones is not good, since I will have tier 4 Willow by the end of the game due to Summoning Shard, so I don't need additional Divination Dusts. Tombstone is not good since I'm playing Thet, so my units, there's not many units on the board, so I'm going for Forbidden Knowledge. Regal Rails for armor, starting mana, and attack speed, not bad. Could go for the people, but I don't really want to, I think. Like, I can get 3 Fox to second stage, but it wouldn't help me much, while Rhapsodic Learner is always nice, so. And for it, instead. Don't really care about additional mana crystals, so take and run. Decided to make the Powder of Milo on Chester in order to hopefully attract the enemy aggro from Willow. Made Spite Gauntlets for Spindleton just for the shred. Since I don't really care about any sword items, might as well should put him on the only unit that can use it effectively. It wouldn't be noticeable, I think, but it's better than leaving them in the inventory. And if I remember correctly, I used Lucky Clover to get what's his name, the Hinkel, because for the second Mythic Valor. And got my Willow to tier 4, which is very good. Going for food cards for the level up, and also a little bit of star points. Don't really care about the star points right now, but additional level up is good. I didn't go for Bart event because when playing Set you have less units on the field, so they generate less mana, so the Bart perk activates pretty late. So this is why I went for food cards instead. Decided to go for Pale Hearts food for the... because I can easily lose next couple of fights. Strong start for the CC immunity, not bad. Mushroom Bane, I can accept it because I took 2 Pale Hearts from the food cards. Positioning like this so that both Mythic Valors land on the Willow. And it wasn't enough, but it's fine. That's why I picked 2 Pale Hearts. Went for another Buckler, probably for the Sai. Also forgot to move Tourmaline on Chester, but it's not a big deal. I could went for the Kentaur Derby, but there's not really good things here. While sponsorship deal can get me Book of Share skill, which I can put on the Hinkel, since I don't have a lot of stuns, so it would be just additional spell power on my units. And since I'm playing Set, I have less units on the board, so each individual unit gets more spell power than on other characters. Put it on Hinkel since he's a caster, so he has more spell power from tier ups. Buckler on Chester, just to get value from it. Mushroom Banner, Mushroom Bane was helpful there a little bit. I think if I didn't have Mushroom Bane, I would lose this fight. So, quite lucky. Finally moved the Tourmaline and moved the Summoner Stone in order to cheer up my not Slogurk, but the Hinkil, since Slogurk is not that strong, and the additional spell power that my Willow would receive from Book of Share skill from Hinkil is I think it's better. Purchased sword for the Sai on Willow. At this point, I probably don't really need Helm of Hatred, but decided to leave it on the Willow. I don't need it, but it's still pretty good item. Well, first it gives some life steal, not that Willow really needs it, but it also gives some more armor, which is nice. I don't really know what I could get better than Helm of Hatred. Like, obviously some spell power would be nice, but I don't have any more stuffs, but so decided to give it Helm of Hatred. Also, 85 armor on not a tank is very big number. Obviously, thanks to the Regal Rails giving me 20, and also a lot of buckler items. As you can see, it is very strong. Position Hinkil in the Shadow Hex in order to make sure that Willow gets his Valor. And since it's the last fight, using both potions, silence on the Dumbledore and Hobbling on the Rosby. Not that I don't think that I really needed to use these potions, but I have them, so why not? And that's GG. Very cool run. I really enjoyed playing. I hope you enjoyed watching it. As always, feel free to ask questions in the Discord or in the comments. Consider leaving a like and subscribing. Thanks for watching. Bye.